You've probably seen so many videos of people telling you to get up early and how it's going to change your life. Some say 4 AM, some say 5 AM. So it's a load of mixed messages. So I want to share with you what I've learned in my experience so I can hopefully show you how it's going to help you on your fitness journey. So you might be thinking, well, this is a fitness channel, so why on earth is he talking about getting up early? Well, the good thing about building muscle is that it takes time, effort and dedication to do so. And in the process, we learn a lot about ourselves and therefore we can learn to improve in our everyday lives. One of the hardest parts about fitness, especially when you're just starting out, is the discipline. When there's so many things that you want to do, it can be hard to stay consistent even when you know that is what is going to get you results. Now that can be partly down to poor goal setting, and I actually did a video on that, so I'll put it down in the description if you want to go and check that out. So if you get up early and you fight the urge to stay in your warm, cozy bed, you've immediately started the day with the great discipline, and it's going to prepare you so that later on in the day, when your body's saying that you don't want to train, your mind is already prepared to say and take charge, we are training today and we're going to go and build some muscle. That brings me nicely onto my next point, which is beating that little voice inside your head. Everybody has that little voice inside their head that is incredibly judgmental and is always trying to convince you to take the easy route and to cheat on your diet. And it tells you you're not good enough. It's also the voice that tells you to stay in bed, and you need to squash that voice as soon as you get up. Another common problem in fitness is not having enough time to fit it all in. We all have the same 24 hours in a day and we just got so much that we want to try and do. So for example, work, socialising, or at least this is how we now have to do it during lockdown. Eat. We've also got to travel. So then we have to fit our training around that. So I guess the real skill is how we manage our time. Getting up early gives you that head start on the day and allows you to be more productive while the rest of the world is still asleep. Being more productive means getting more done. Getting more done means more free time. So I think you also need to look at where your time is wasted. I'm betting that after 9 o'clock on most weekdays, you don't do a lot. So why not sleep at that time and move those hours to the start of the day when you can be far more productive? So this next point doesn't directly link to the time at which you get up, but more to do with how much sleep you get. So as you probably know already, you build muscle when you're not in the gym. Your muscles are broken down when you're actually lifting weights, and your muscles actually build and repair and get bigger when you're rested. And better yet, it's turbocharged when you're sleeping. Regardless of what time you wake up, make sure you actually get up as soon as you're awake, because if you hit the snooze button, it's going to promote fatigue throughout the rest of the day. Now that is a problem for two reasons. So the first reason is that you'll probably have less energy when it comes to training later on in the day, and therefore that means you're going to not have as good a workout. And the second reason, you'll probably be more awake when it comes to going to bed that night, and therefore if you're more awake, you're not going to get as much sleep, and if you don't get as much sleep, there is far less muscle building opportunity. It's a vicious cycle. So it's all well and good me telling you that I think you should be getting up early to get more out of your day, but the next logical question should be, how do you do it? So now let's sit down and actually go over the how, because this is the tricky bit. So you need to work out first of all how much you need to get done in the day, and then work out what time you need to get up to give you the most chance of being productive. Try and get rid of those wasted few hours in the evening, which I'm sure you have, where you sit around and watch TV and don't really get a lot done. Take those hours off the end of your day and add them to the beginning of your day where you're going to be more productive. Once you've done that, then you have a time at which you're going to be getting up in the morning. What you can do is set your alarm clock for that time, and regardless of how you feel or how much sleep you get the night before, you will get up at that time. So if you go to bed at midnight but your alarm clock is set for 5 o'clock and you've only had 5 hours sleep, that doesn't matter for the day one. Now that first day you are going to most likely feel tired, fatigued and not really want to do a lot. You're going to be running on adrenaline and it's going to be all that's going to get you through the day. Maybe caffeine. I'd suggest you have a lot of caffeine. then what's going to happen is you're going to feel really tired come the evening, and you're going to sleep a lot easier and a lot earlier that night. You will then make sure that you get up at the same time the next day, but again, your body clock is trying to fight against this new routine, so you're going to still feel a bit groggy and a bit bad the following day. Then you're going to go through the same routine, keep yourself going through the day, have as much caffeine as you need, go to bed at night, and then you're going to get up again at the same time the next day. And after day 3 or 4, you will then be pretty much adjusted, and then you're going to be in your new routine, getting the same amount of sleep, not less sleep, it's just the time at which you sleep is going to be shifted. Side note on the coffee is don't have too much late in the day, you'll probably find it hard to fall asleep, then you'll become an insomniac, then you're going to come back here to this video and complain that I've given you terrible advice. So one thing that I wanted to show you that may help or it may not help, and I don't even know how good it is an app called Sleep Cycle, and I think there's loads of apps out there. I don't think this one's anything special compared to the others that you can do, but what you do is you set the time that you want to wake up, and somehow or other, I don't know how it does it, whether it's through the microphone or I don't know, witchcraft, however it happens, it will then wake you up when it thinks it is the best time to wake you up based on what state of sleep you're in. So it gives you like a half-hour window, so if you set your alarm for 5 o'clock, it will wake you up any time between 4:30 and 5:30, depending on when would be the best time to wake you up, so that you feel most awake throughout the day. I've used it before, and I to be honest, I don't really know if it works that well, but maybe mentally for some of you it might be the additional, I don't know, bit of motivation that you need to be able to get up and going in the morning if you think that it's better for your sleep cycle. I don't know, but I wanted to put it in there just so that you can go and figure out for yourselves and see if it works. So it's called Sleep Cycle. I think there's loads of them out there, but just check it out on the App Store or Play Store, whatever they're called. Now, before you go away and set your alarm clock and get all excited about this new life of getting up early, jump down and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything at all, it just supports the channel and shows that you like what I'm doing. So please do that, and then I will see you in the next video.